All right, good evening. Here we are again, Course 2, Lesson 75, area of a trapezoid and complex figures. Don't get scared. Trapezoid, the formula for the area of a trapezoid is half base 1 plus base 2 times height. Okay, don't get scared. 10 centimeters, that is base 1. 7 centimeters, that's base 2. 6 centimeters is our height. So we are going to write it as this. Half 7 plus 10 times 6. So that would be half times 17 times 6. That would be half of 102, which is 51 centimeters squared. Now remember, a trapezoid is just a quadrilateral, which means 4 sides, which is one pair of parallel sides. So if we look at my trapezoid here, just this line and this line are parallel. This is not parallel to this. They're going to meet down here, right? So trapezoid, one pair of parallel lines and 4 sides. Now complex figures, they're going to have all kinds of sides because they're complex. So what we're going to do is we're just going to divide them into smaller shapes that we know how to figure out. And if ever a square looks, or ever a corner looks squared, then just realize it is a square corner, even if I don't draw them correctly. All right, so we have the measurements 7, 4, 10, and 16. We don't know what this is. We're not going to worry about that. So how can we divide this? Well, I know the area for a triangle, so I'm going to divide it right like this. Now, is my base of this triangle right here? Come on, pen. Oh, my goodness. There. Is that 16? No. Look, 7. This part is 7. So what plus 7 is 16? 9. So that's 9. How do I figure out how tall this is? Well, this part is 4. It has to equal 10. So 4 plus what is 10? 6. Very good. So now I'm going to figure out my triangle by base times height. Now I'm going to use this as the base because that's easily split into 2, right? It's 3. So 3 times 9 would be 27. And let's say all of these are centimeters. So I got 27 centimeters squared. Now, what's the area of this triangle or this rectangle? Well, 10 times 7 would be what? 70 centimeters squared. So what is it of this whole shape now? I'm just going to add 70 and 27. I'm going to come up with 97 centimeters what? Squared. Make sure you have every one of these labels. All right, let's move on. If I can move my paper. Here we go. All right. Oh no, here's this shape. Does it have 4 sides? No, so it's not a trapezoid. It has 5 sides. How in the world am I going to figure that out? I can't just draw a line down here. I can't just make a triangle. It's just crazy. Well, there are at least 3 different ways you can split this up. If your brain works like this, you can do it this way. I can cut right across here and then cut out my little triangle. So what were my measurements? I had 6. I have 3, I had 10, and I had 10 over here. So if I do it this way, I have to remember 6, 10 minus 6, right? Because 6 only goes that far. So this would be what? 4. This is 3. This is to the height of 3. I need how many more to equal 10? 7. So this height is 7. All right, so half base times height. So half of 4 is 2. Times the height is 7, this would be 14. And again, let's say there's centimeters. So centimeters squared. Now I have 2 different rectangles. This one is going to be not 10, but what? 7. 7 times 6, which is 42 centimeters squared. And what is the last one going to be then? I have a bottom, a bottom rectangle. That's going to be 10 by 3, so that's going to be 30 centimeters squared. Oh, come on, pen. Now what do I have to do? I have to add those all up, right? So 42 and 14 is going to be 50, what? Yep, 56 plus 30, going to be 86 what? Centimeters squared. Now let's say my brain doesn't like it that way. It just doesn't work that way. It's not working for me, Mrs. Van Zalen. Okay, we'll try this. We could cut one long line down here and have a little rectangle here and a triangle here. So if we do that, I still have my, not 10, but what? This was 6, so this is only 4. So this little section is 4. So 4 times 3 is 12 centimeters squared. So now I know this is 4. Here we go, 3 again. 3 plus what equals all of that? 10. This would be 7. Okay, so it's just like that. So this is 4. Half base times, that's going to be 14 again. Centimeters squared. And now it's going to be 10 times 6, which is 60 centimeters squared. Add these all up. This would be 26. 26 and 60. Oh, look, same thing. 86 centimeters squared. Okay, I still don't get it, Mrs. Van Zalen. I can't cut that up. Okay, here. How about this one? Remember, this was 6. This is 3. This is 10. And this is 10. All right, so what if I say to myself, Self, why don't you just add a corner here, and then we can clip it off on our math. So let's just say I can do that. So let's say this whole square would be what? 10 times 10. That would be 100 centimeters squared. Now, what's this little section right here? Well, this was up to 6, so this part's going to be 4, right? Because it has to equal 10. And this is 3, so this part has to be 7, because it has to equal 10. So again, I can take half base times height. It's going to be 14 centimeters squared. Now, I have to actually get rid of 14. I have to subtract 14 from 100. Well, what's it going to be? I don't know. This is so exciting. Minus 14. Borrow. Oh, look at that. 86 centimeters squared. So however your brain works, split it up, split the shape up that way. All right? Okay, I want to do a couple more with you. Excuse me. Here we have the same shape. Well, we've seen this shape before. So we know we can just draw a line here and pretend that we have a little triangle here. But now remember, we have this not, the base of the triangle is not all of this, right? It's just this little part. Well, how do we figure out what this section is? It's 8. 8 plus what would be 12? This has to be 4. Now, how do I know what my height is? Well, up to here is 6. The whole side is 10, so this part is going to be extra added to 6. What do you have to add to 6 to get 10? 4. So half base times height would be 2 times 4. That would be 8. And again, let's say it's centimeters squared. And then I'm going to take 10 times 8. And this is going to be 80 centimeters squared. Add those together. Oh, easiest math ever. 80 plus 8 is 88 centimeters squared. All right, now look. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What shape is this? Only has 4 sides, only has 2. It's a trapezoid. Okay, remember, we're going to take half times the height. This is the height. And we know that because this would be, that would have a little sign like that telling us this is perfectly perpendicular. So we know that is straight. All right, so let's write the formula. Half times 10 plus 19, because those are our 2 bases, or our 2 parallel lines, times a height of 12. All right, so that's going to be 29 times 12. That will be 18, 4, that's a 5, that's a 9, that's a 2. So we get an 8, a 4, and a 3. Now we're going to divide that in half. So we get 1. Oh, look at that. Easy, easy, easy. 174, my paper's moving on me. 174 what? Centimeters what? Squared. Okay, because it was a trapezoid, we could use the trapezoid area formula. All right. One more. Here we go. Again, we have a trapezoid, and these are not parallel. There's no right corners anywhere, so it's giving us the height, just like it would do in triangles. All right? So what's our formula? Add the bases, multiply the height, divide by 2. Or you write half 20 plus 12 times 15. All right, 20 plus 12 is 32 times 15. That's going to be a 10. That's going to be a 16. 0, 2, 3. So you get a 0, 8, a 4. Divide that by 2. Yep, I will. Divide that by 2. You get 2, a 4, a 0. Bam. Easy peasy. 240 what? Centimeters. Centimeters what? Squared. Secret word is what? Cocoa bean. That's my barky dog, Cocoa bean. Don't forget these labels. All right. For your assignment, I want you to copy what we just did. Practice set A, B, and C. Yes, you're going to copy it on your paper. Then I want you to answer D. D is just going to ask for the formula of the area. How do you find the area for a trapezoid? Right there. Copy that down. This looks like an N. It's an H. Base times height. Okay? Then, problem set. I want you to do 1, 5, 7, 12, 13, 14, 16, and 16. I want you to round the numbers. 17, 21, 23, 24, 26, 29, and 30. Now, 5 is a little tricky. They're going to tell you Maylee and Chelsea. Maylee's age is 3 to 2, and Maylee is 60. They want to know how many years younger Chelsea is. Well, first of all, we have to figure out how old she is right now. So we're going to cross multiply. So you get 3x equals, what's 2 times 6? 12. So what's 2 times 60? 120. How many times does 3 go into 12? 4. So it goes into 120 40 times. So Chelsea is 40 years old. Now, how many years difference is that? Well, 40 plus what? 20 years difference. So I just wanted to do that with you because it was adding this little extra step. Instead of just having find the age, they wanted to know the difference between the ages. All right, I will see you in class. Do your work. Good night.